Hi, I'm Dan. Welcome back to the Rock Nerd Radio Show. In today's episode, we are going to take a look at a Transformer in 5 minutes or less. And this one is kind of a cool one because he's an obscure character who I longed to get a figure of. There have been convention exclusives of this character. I've just never been able to get my hands on that one. We finally have a mainline version. So let's take a look at the new Devcon figure in 5 minutes or less.
Come geek out with us on the Rock Nerd Radio Show.
Alright, let's get started before I run out of time here. Now, you might be wondering why Blur is standing here next to Devcon. It's because Devcon is a partial, what they call partial, of the Blur figure. They have some shared parts, some shared engineering, but he's not 100% a repaint or a redo of this Blur figure. You can see some similarities in the feet. Eventually, you can see even on like the backs of the legs, some like in the way that they transform. Even on the their backpacks, you can kind of see some similarities there. But let's get Blur out of here and focus just on the Autobot Bounty Hunter Devcon. Alright, so as you can see, Devcon has this nice blue matching his animation deco. He does have some underarm fins that do not articulate, but honestly, if you're looking at him dead on, you don't even really notice they're there. He does have a blaster, and he also has these two thrusters that can come off his legs or wherever you want to post them, because there are different ports for these all over his body. And for this Evo Fusion gimmick that they're running for the Transformers, you can, sorry about that, you can plug the little barrels in to his gun, and now he has some kind of like supercharged weapon. I'm not the biggest fan of this, quite honestly. I've been trying to find other places to put these barrels, and no matter where I put them, they don't quite look right. Like, I can stick them on his arm, and then he's got like shoulder cannons. Even if I flip them back, they look a little big, and they don't really go well with the articulation. I feel like I could stick them on his shoulder. Again, looks a little strange to me. Maybe not the worst one. I was trying to put them on his back. There are little pegs on his back here, but then it gives him an even larger backpack. So I've just been kind of settling with putting them on his feet, acting as additional support on his legs. It kind of keeps them out of place. You don't really see them, and they're kind of hidden away. So let's turn him into his vehicle mode real quick. All right, and here's Devcon in his vehicle mode, which I don't really think you saw all of on screen. I think my biggest gripe is that the way that I have the thrusters in robot mode, I just have to kind of flip them in vehicle mode, so I have to take them off, just because I feel like, that's the way thrusters should be pointing. His gun can be stored at the bottom of the vehicle mode in this hole here. So there we go. And yeah, it is a pretty solid vehicle mode. Again, I really like the shade of blue. I love these extra details here. The arms, the way they peg in, you do have a little bit of angle with it, so you can kind of change the way your arm fins are sticking out. I just kind of like to go like this. But for something that got very little screen time, I think it is a good representation of the character and the way he looked. I just want to make some quick mention about his articulation. His head, left and right, a little bit of up and down because of the way the shape of the face, not a ton of up and down movement. Of course, waist articulation, elbows move in, or shoulders move in and out. You get rotation. The backpack is going to stop you, but you could always just kind of move the arm out of the way. Rotation here at the elbow. No wrist rotation, I don't think. Legs move the way that you would expect Transformers legs to move very nicely. Even some ankle rockers at his feet there. Does look pretty cool. One thing I wanted to point out, I didn't transform this hand because it does make for a thruster, but if you wanted to have like a cannon hand, like it's become popular in a lot of Transformers media to have their arms turn into weapons, you can plug in blast effects here and have this be some kind of like weapon hand. But to transform it back, you just open it, twist the hand out, snap it back up, and you are good to go. So there you go, there's just a quick overall look at Devcon. This is a cool character that I've wanted to have a figure of for a long time. I know there have been convention exclusives, I've just never paid to get one. So I'm happy to have a mainline one that didn't cost me an arm and a leg to get. What do you think of this character? Are you going to add him to your collection? Are you going to skip him? Let me know. And until next time, I've been Dan. Hey, he's been Devcon. You've all been pretty awesome. I'll see you later.
Come geek out with us on the Rock Nerd Radio Show.